In the spring of 2004, Teresa and I visited several national parks in Arizona and California. Here we are on the Nevada-Arizona border near the famous Hoover Dam. We are on our way to Grand Canyon National Park. This is our first view of the Grand Canyon in a place called Mather Point. We are on its southern rim, and there are several places called points from which there is a especially good view of the Grand Canyon in front of us. We are on the western side of the Grand Canyon, and here the free bus takes you in different locations that are considered especially interesting. In one of those locations right here, this is Hopi Point, is very good to view the sunset, and this is where we spend the rest of our day. You can see some pictures of sunset are really nice, especially the color of the sky and the sun coming out of the mountains on the other side of the canyon. Here are a few more views of the sunset at Hopi Point. In the vicinity of Grand Canyon, we visited the town of Flagstaff, right now below us. Also a couple more places such as the Cocomino Canyon, you can see very nice views there, as well as the town of Sedona, which is famous by its red rocks, for which it's called Martian Place. And here is the eastern part of Grand Canyon, Lipan Point, another sunset view. The second park on our itinerary is Death Valley National Park. You can see the views are quite different. We are in the middle of the desert. This is around the place where we were staying. It's called Stovepipe Wells. You can see the village way over there. And now a couple more spots. This is called Ubehebe Crater. This is the northern part of the park. And this is Scotty Castle, built for an entrepreneur back in the beginning of the 20th century. Looks kind of nice and interesting. The castle in the middle of the desert, really nice place. This is called Devil's Golf Course. This is dried salt. And here is the deepest point in the continental US, called the Badwater, minus 280 feet. You can see the sea level is way over there, and we are on the bottom. This is Zabriskie Point, another interesting view. And here we are about 5,000 feet above the park at the point called Dantas View. From here we left the park and stayed for the night in Las Vegas, Nevada. You can see us in front of the Bellagio Hotel and the singing fountains. And now you can see Joshua trees in a national park of the same name near Palm Springs, California. Few views of the park. These are cholla cactuses. Park is famous for that. Another famous feature you can see in a few seconds is the boulder formation. Many rock climbers come to the park to climb those rocks. This point is called Keys View. Very nice view from the mountains on the valley below. And here is more Joshua trees. They only grow in this part of the world, nowhere else. This concludes the visit in this park. And now we are in a national park called Sequoia. You can see a nice road underneath the big rock called the Tunnel Rock, but the park is mainly famous for those giant trees called sequoias, one of the largest, if not the largest trees in the world. Park is full of them, and you can see different trees in many locations of the park. They're really large. You cannot see trees that large anywhere else. And now we're going to see the largest tree in the world, which is considered the largest tree in the world. This is called General Sherman tree. You can see how long do I have to put my camera up to see the top of it. It's 275 feet tall. And here I am on top of the Morro Rock. I had to climb 350 steps up to get to the summit, but you can see the views are very nice from the top, and so the climb was well worth it. Now you'll see me coming down a very steep road, so it was difficult to get there, but as I said, really nice view from the top. And this point is called the Amphitheater Point, and from here you can see that Morro Rock right there. I'm pointing to it. This is where I've been just a few seconds ago. last few shots of the Sequoia National Park from different places. We are on our way out and towards our next destination. The last national park in our trip is Yosemite. You can see there are some sequoia trees there too, because it's close to the Sequoia National Park as well. This is the famous Yosemite Valley. You can see Bridal Veil Falls in the distance, as well as famous rocks such as Half Dome in the back. And here to the left is this big wall is called El Capitan. This is Half Dome again. This place, you can see a couple more waterfalls like this one was right behind us a second ago. Now we turn. This is a better view of El Capitan. See this huge rock formation. And these are the big Yosemite Falls, its upper part as viewed from the parking lot. This little lake is called Mirror Lake, a nice reflection of the trees and the Half Dome above it. And this is the famous Ahwahnee Hotel. It's a historic landmark. This is a view from the outside too. This is us walking towards the big Yosemite Falls. Having left the park, we went to the Pacific coast of the US. This is us in Santa Cruz, what used to be a natural bridge. It's now unfortunately destroyed. And this is one of the nice beaches on the way from Santa Cruz to San Francisco, California. You can see very nice views of the ocean. And the last few shots of the city of San Francisco, we are on top of the mountains called Twin Peaks. From here you can see the great views on the city. This is the downtown. You can see the famous Pyramid of San Francisco. This is the end of the movie. Thank you and goodbye.